BBC Audio presents The Oresteia by Aeschylus. The full cast dramatisations of Agamemnon, The Libation Bearers and The Furies were first broadcast on BBC Radio 3 in 2014. Each dramatisation is introduced by Edith Hall, Professor of Classics at King's College London.
Aeschylus was the first great ancient Greek playwright whose works have survived. His Oresteia, or Story of Orestes, is a masterpiece. It's also the only trilogy of Greek tragedies, 3 plays written to be formed together, in existence. In antiquity, the plays were also sometimes performed separately as individual plays. The trilogy enacts the story of the last violent rounds in the centuries-long series of reciprocal murders within the royal family of Bronze Age Argos in the Peloponnese. In the first play, the Greek king Agamemnon returns home victorious from the Trojan War to be murdered by his wife Clytemnestra because, a decade previously, he sacrificed their daughter Iphigenia. Clytemnestra also murders the innocent Cassandra, the woman he's brought with him as a concubine from Troy. In the second play, Orestes, Clytemnestra's son, kills his mother in revenge. And in the third, Orestes is hounded into exile by the Furies or vengeance spirits sent by his mother. He's put on trial for murder at Athens, but eventually acquitted. There's an ancient biography of Aeschylus which describes all the innovations he brought into theatre. Now, he's the first surviving tragedian that we've got, and it's quite clear that from his early plays, he's experimenting with the form, especially with the visual effects. This is what was new about theatre. This is what was different from the recitation of epic verses. So the Agamemnon is just incredible. The play opens with the watchman on the roof looking up at the stars, and this was probably played at dawn. So when he screams, I can see the light, I can see the light, I'm sure Aeschylus is using the sunrise. We have the extraordinary scene in which Agamemnon comes in to the theatre on a war chariot with horses, no doubt with horses, it had to have horses, and with a lot of loot and his concubine in the back of it. I mean, what a visual way of showing hubris. I mean, this is just hubris in visual action. Then we have Clytemnestra prostrating herself before him like a Persian in an aristocratic court of the Persian king, and him protesting, saying, don't treat me like that, I'm not a god. And then we have the extraordinary visual effect of Cassandra describing what's going on with the murder of Agamemnon inside where we can't see it. We have the clairvoyant visions through the wall. Now, only theatre could have created that kind of poetry. It's the experience is actually introducing new ideas to Aeschylus. And then, of course, Clytemnestra's own appearance, covered in blood, with the weapon, over the bodies. A gore fest. It's one of the first gore fests in world theatre, and he gives her own messenger speech. He's experimenting with the form. We don't have a little messenger running on and saying, look what I've done. She says, I did it. I struck him 3 times. And then right at the end of the Agamemnon, we actually have civil war about to break out. The bodyguard of Aeschylus and the old chorus of old men are about to come to blows. It's only Clytemnestra coming out and saying, stop it, boys, we're in charge, that stops civil war actually breaking out. So I think in the Agamemnon, you've actually got one of the most important experimental pieces of theatrical innovation in world history.
The Oresteia by Aeschylus. Agamemnon, a new version by Simon Scarterfield.
I know you're waiting, Achilles. I'm coming. We'll be married. But then why do you have to leave?
Love, let me get one last look at you.
I have to go. Father's waiting.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?